Okay, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever in the world you are today. My name is Mike Goedicker. I'm the creator of the Silver Crow Method and the Social Network Shaman. Today, we're going to go through a short introduction to what the Silver Crow Method is, how it came to pass, and we'll go through this short introduction. For the introduction, we'll be taking a look at the topic, why the Silver Crow Method exists. What is the science of doom scrolling and the nervous system overload? What are the core pillars for the Silver Crow method? Then we'll go through a guided mini practice of the wingless breath, which is one of the Silver Crow method's ways of training the nervous system to relax, and any other takeaways and closing notes that we have to that topic today. So with that, welcome everyone. I'm truly glad that you're here. And we'll start off by talking about the world that we live in. So we live in a world where the nervous system overwhelm has become normal. And yet most of us have never been taught how to reset it. That changes now. Today, I want to introduce to you the Silver Crow method, which is a natural, grounded approach to emotional balance, nervous system healing, and remembering who you are beneath all the noise of the digital world. So we want to establish safety, warmth, credibility, and humanity in the way that we interact with the digital world in our lives because it's necessary. Some of the key points that we're going to talk about are the fact that the Silver Crow method was born from a lived experience. That means if you've ever had a feeling of burnout or anxiety or technical overload and the trauma related to that, this is about that healing journey that follows those specific points. So burnout, whether you actually have the burnout or are close to burnout, anxiety in different ways, shapes, and forms, and just a technical overload of dealing with the digital world that we live in today, which induces trauma in many different ways that are hidden and don't come to the surface until they have actually been there for a while and they result in illness, pain, and anxiety. So when we talk about the Silver Crow method, it's a bridge between science, traditional Chinese medicine, auricular therapy, Stoicism, and those modern shamanic practices that we can use to retrain the system and use storytelling to basically bring about a specific type of healing that we need based on the situation that we're in. And we'll talk about the different modes later on in this presentation. So it integrates with the nervous system work, mind-body awareness, and also uses story-based healing to get us on that path. It exists because modern life is making people sick faster than traditional wellness approaches can actually help them. So it's important to note that the Silver Crow method is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering the self you lost under all that stress and noise and society's demands on us every day. So let's take a look at some of the reasons that created this or what happens, and that specifically is doom scrolling and the nervous system. So in doom scrolling, it isn't just a habit. It physically rewires how your nervous system functions. So this is how doom scrolling actually works. It hijacks your biology. So when you scroll, the brain is constantly hunting for novelty or new things. That spikes your dopamine cycles, your adrenal responses, and even disrupts the vagus nerve from doing its normal functions. So that main pathway that tells your body that you're safe. And over time, the brain learns to expect rapid stimulation, which thereby weakens attention or focus and also disrupts emotional regulation. Secondly, social media overload tricks the brain into what we call threat mode. What does that mean? Every swipe carries micro-stress. Every comparison triggers subtle self-judgment. I'm not enough. Why is their life better than ours? What am I missing? What objects don't I have? Is my car the right one? Is my apartment or house the right one? Do I live in the right place? That's the up place of town. All those different types of sub-judgments that are initiated through different posts that are not really founded in reality but are fake. The emotional inflammation that builds silently So you don't notice it until you feel anxious or heavy or drained through all that information and all these different things going on in real time. Your brain begins signaling danger even when nothing is wrong. So, third, your nervous system gets stuck in what I call survival states. What does that mean? When your body feels unsafe, it defaults to the other four trauma responses: fight, which is scrolling faster and hunting for information; flight, which is keep searching for stimulation or escape; freeze, numb scrolling or just zoning out completely; and fawning, which is people pleasing online or trying to belong or not be judged. All of these states drain energy and create chronic tension, even if you're sitting still. And here's the thing: your nervous system can only heal in parasympathetic mode. What does that mean? Parasympathetic mode is the state of rest, calm, and or inner safety that your body needs to reset, to regenerate, and to heal itself. But doom scrolling keeps you in survival mode, which stops that parasympathetic mode from happening or activating. So the Silver Crow method teaches the body how to return back to that mode or home, how to shift from overwhelm into ground presence, and to get back into a mode of healing and normal, natural responses to things and the world around you. We do that by using three different pillars of what are the core pieces of the Silver Crow method. There's more, but the pillars are the main foundation of what the Silver Crow method is built on. Pillar one is awareness, which is the body, mind, and story. Learning to feel your signals before they become symptoms. Awareness is the foundation of all healing. In the Silver Crow method, we start by reconnecting you to the three lenses that shape your experience: the body, which is physical sensations, tension patterns, breath depth, fatigue, and activation; mind, which is thought loops, narratives, and emotional labels that we put to things; and story, the deeper identity scripts that you carry, often unconsciously, throughout your life. Most people only notice their signals when they've already become symptoms, when anxiety is already high, when the body is already tight, or when burnout has already taken hold. Awareness teaches us to feel the early whispers instead of waiting for the shouts to happen. It's not about overanalyzing, it's about recognizing your internal compass again. And it is at this moment that the nervous system begins to trust you again. Pillar two, alignment. Choosing the right tools like breath, movement, grounding, emotional resets, and energy techniques. Once awareness returns, the next step is alignment, choosing the right tool for the state that you're in. If the body's tense, we use breath work or chi-based softening. If the mind is looping, we use Stoic reframing or an emotional reset. If the story is heavy, we use mythic visualization, journey techniques, or energetic practice. If the system is frozen, we use small movement waves. If the system is overloaded, we use grounding and vagus nerve techniques like auricular therapy to basically trigger specific responses to get everything to calm down, whether that's anxiety, depression, etc. Nothing in the Silver Crow method is random, excuse me. Each practice has its purpose: to move the nervous system towards stability, presence, and self-trust. Alignment is choosing the right medicine for the moment. Pillar number three, action. Small daily rituals that carry the nervous system back into calm and self-trust. Action is where transformation becomes real, not in big dramatic breakthroughs, but in small general rituals repeated with kindness. A few breaths, a grounding posture, a Wuji moment, a Silver Crow reset. These micro practices teach the body you are safe, you can soften, you can return home. Daily rituals strengthen vagal tone, they rebuild emotional resilience, and create a stable inner world that remains steady even when the outside world is chaotic. The nervous system learns through repetition, so these small actions become the bridge between survival mode and self-trust. In the Silver Crow method, these three pillars aren't steps, they are actually a cycle, a natural rhythm of awareness, alignment, and action that constantly bring you back to yourself. Let's start with a mini practice that I call the wingless breath. It is a signature, simple silver crow method regulation technique. Let's sit comfortably with our shoulders loose and inhale through the nose for 3 seconds. And we exhale with a soft open mouth like if you were fogging a mirror. Long and easy. Inhale again for 3 seconds. And on the exhale, imagine feathers releasing from your back. Let's repeat this another 4 times. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. And every time you exhale, imagine releasing the tension as if a bird who forgot to its wings. Feel your rib cage soften. Feel the nervous system dropping into safety and relax. Two more times. Releasing, relaxing. One more time. Into the nose. And releasing, relaxing. Softening. So, this is what returning home feels like. And if you notice the effects, your heart rate drops, it activates your vagus nerve, it releases shoulder tension, and it creates immediate calm. It gives you the experience of what the Silver Crow method teaches. Notice how just in 60 seconds of the wingless breath, it shifted your state. You didn't become a new version of yourself, you simply returned to the self beneath all the tension. I'd like to give you a practice to do daily. I would like you to do the 2 wing reset in the morning and in the evening. 5 wingless breaths in the morning and in the evening. It's an easy, quick way and begins the nervous system rewiring that you will need to come back to yourself and get rid of that stress. And if this resonated with you, I invite you to join a deeper session or book a one-to-one clarity call where we can map out your personal nervous system profile and your healing roadmap using the Silver Crow method. The Silver Crow method is more than a technique, it's a return to your original coherence. With that, I'd like to thank you for your time today. I'd like you to use the practice and let me know how you're doing with the practice. You can contact me on Michael Godeker on Instagram, or you can contact me at silvercrowmethod@gmail.com and just let me know how you're doing. And when you'd like to book that one-to-one call, just let me know. There are different things that we do, ranging from training to the one-to-one calls to different types of group sessions. I'm there for you in whichever way that you need so that I can help you use the Silver Crow method to achieve success very quickly.